People keep asking if I'm back, and I haven't really had an answer. But now, yeah, I'm thinking I'm back.
Hey guys, in this video, I'm gonna show you the best way to play Ryzeal with Tachyon. Let's go! With 7 Tachyon now legal, Ryzeal becomes so good. The reason why is because you're not going to play 7 Tachyon! 7 Tachyon is a neg 1! Why the fuck would you ever play a neg 1? I would sooner take my pure Ryzeal deck and throw it in the trash than ever catching me playing 7th garbage. 7th Session, 7 Tachyon has no place in your pure Ryzeal deck. Well, why the fuck would you play a neg 1? Why? Tell me. The desires is a +1. Just play. I understand pure Ryzeal bricks, but if it bricks, simply play Ryzeal Fiendsmith. It does the same thing pure Ryzeal does, except you have 8 more starters in Fiendsmith. If you like the non-engine in pure Ryzeal, but you're like, it breaks sometimes, so maybe I want to play 7th Ascension. Just play Pot of Desires. It's a +1. If Small World is not even remotely in the discussion to be playing in pure Ryzeal, please tell me why on the great pendulum universe that we live in would you play basically the same card? Oh, but 7th Tachyon could put back a spell Trif. Shut the fuck up. I don't give a fuck. Who cares? Who cares? Yeah, it's the same thing. Oh, 7 Tachyon can search Lancia. Yeah, you can search it when you go first. You can also artifact dag the pop it with Tornado Dragon. It's the same, bro. Do not play 7 Tachyon in Ryzeal. The only acceptable way to play 7 Tachyon in Ryzeal is if you're gonna play it with sharks. It's the only way. If you're gonna play pure Ryzeal with 7 Tachyon, you will never in your life sniff one of these. Do you know what this is? It's called a YCS trophy, for those who don't know. And those who don't know me, it's mine. Anywho, that's my little rant here on do not play 7 Tachyon in pure Ryzeal, you numbskulls. The card's a neg 1. I'm gonna show you the best way to play pure Ryzeal right now. I will show you my pure Ryzeal deck list, and at the conclusion of that, well, if you want to play 7 Tachyon because you're, I don't know, a nerd or something, or you could, if let's say you bench, like 85 pounds. My bad, I mean, I could bench 285. But anyways, I will show you the best way to play Ryzeal with Tachyon, but I would advise you not to, because the card is a neg 1. Every Ryzeal is a +4. You're inherently making your deck uglier. If you want to make your deck uglier, simply just don't shower, and your opponent will look at you and see how ugly you are, and then they will know that your deck is ugly by default. So if you want to just make your deck ugly, just don't shower, or don't get a haircut, or don't trim your beard, or just wear ugly clothes, because at that point your opponent already knows you're ugly and playing an ugly deck. At least with pure Ryzeal, yeah, guess what, you might not draw a starter. However, if you draw a starter, I'm going to show you the real way to play pure Ryzeal right now. Why am I posting this before the YCS I'm about to win? I don't know, but I care about you guys. I haven't posted in a month. I took my fucking monthly hiatus from YouTube. But if you guys want no more hiatuses, let me know in the comments if you want more Pen God daily videos. I'm going to show you right now my pure deck list. This is my pure deck list. And this is how a real Ryzeal deck should look like. Because you're playing 13 one-card starters that you're looking at, mathematically, you have a 93% chance to see a pure Ryzeal card, one of your 13 starters going second, and you have an 88% chance to see one of them going first. That's good enough for me, because if you open just one, you auto-win. If you look at the other 10, let's look at the first 13, and then you have 9 pot, also, let's say you draw one of the Ryzeals, you have 10 cards that make your Ryzeal resolve. Pot, cross, 3 cross outs, call by, talents, 3 Book of Moon. When your opponent is obviously going to save their interruption for duo drive, so you use one of your 13 starters or one of your 10 ways to stop your card. So you're actually playing 22 starters, basically. if that makes sense. You're playing, like, each of these crossouts or Book of Moon or Talent, or Book of Moon is probably the best called by, because you don't gotta play bullshit going, like, you don't gotta play Fua going second or some shit, like, or going first. Book of Moon's probably the best one, because when they try to imprint your duo drive or Veiler, they can even double Veiler. If you Book of Moon your duo drive, it'll always resolve. Book of Moon is crazy in this deck. I probably prefer it over Strike going first, so I might even remove Strike for Book of Eclipse. But this is the real way to play this deck. You play it in a way where you have an 88% chance going first to draw start Ryzeal Ryzeal starter, or a 93% chance going second, and you compare that with your crossouts or call by your talents or Book of Moons to make it resolve. And then what's the rest of your deck? Hand traps. You look at this deck now, it has 25 non-engine. If you want it, it could have 26 non-engine. How the heck? Like, you're always gonna have usable cards. By the way, another thing on Pure Ryzeal, if you're gonna play it, triple tactic cards suck in Pure Ryzeal. Truly, they suck in Pure Ryzeal. Because if you're going first, Ryzeal's not a deck like that puts its shit on board every turn. Like Ryzeal Fiendsmith has 20 cards that your opponent must interact with. Mitsurugi Ryzeal has 20 cards your opponent must interact with. Malice has 20 cards your opponent must interact with. Talents is great in those type of decks. But in Pure Ryzeal, you're going to have so many hands where it's like, all right, you have one starter, you know, X Ryzeal, your opponent's going to be like, hell, impermanent. Your triple tactic cards in Ryzeal stay in your hand, and you actually need your dual drive to resolve. I would much prefer the cards that you play to push your Ryzeal plays are cards like Book of Moons, Book of Eclipse, Cross of Designator, cards that actually at least allow your one Ryzeal play to resolve. Additionally, there will be scenarios where you do not open a Ryzeal starter in the 12% or 7% chance that you do not open it. You want all your cards to be live. Even if you pass your turn on 5 interruptions that are real, like you could have a Ghost Ogre, an Imperm, a Veiler, a Book of Moon, and a Crossout, for example. You could stop your opponent from playing, and then your follow-up, you have a Ryzeal. And then you could protect it with your Crossout Book of Moon, if that makes sense. So it's not the worst to not even draw a Ryzeal. But this is the best way to play Ryzeal, not by going neg 1. Going neg 1 does not solve the issues of Ryzeal. The issue of Ryzeal is not seeing X Ryzeal. It's stuff like stopping the dual drive. In a format where you must protect your cards, that is not the way to do it, going neg 1. That card's ugly. The only way that you could play 7 Tachyon is this. If you really want to play 7 Tachyon, you do it with surfacing big draws. Otherwise, there is no point to ever doing it. By playing surfacing big draws, you now play 3, 6, 7, 8. You play 8 ways to a free Totally Awesome. And then you get Totally Awesome and Twins of the Eclipse in rotation with Detonator, just like you're about to see in this incredible replay of me showcasing the best way to play 7 Tachyon. I don't know why I'm so passionate about Shark Ryzeal or Ryzeal as a whole, but Ryzeal is close to my heart. I love this deck. This is the real way to do it. Look at my opponent's hand. Nibiru, Ash Blossom, Metaltronus, Malice Underground. You auto lose this duel almost. This is like the Ryzeal killer. You Ash Blossom, you're gonna Ash Blossom the dual drive, and you're gonna Nibiru at the end. There's no board. Pure Ryzeal is passing, bro. Pure Ryzeal is passing, and then you obliterate them with Underground, and just in case there's Tronus. Look at this. I'm gonna Bonfire right away to pass the Ash test. I actually wanted him to Ash this. He had Ash, he decided not to. I also want to play around Droll. Guaranteeing an Ice in hand means you can play around Droll. So we pass all the tests of both of them. Next, I'm going to go 7 Tachyon, reveal big draws. Tachyon, it is a neg 1. It is a neg 1. But when you have this, it's okay. Big draws gives you the push that you need. Because now, look at what the one push does. If I did not play this push of the Ryzeal, like this is the only possible way. If I search X Ryzeal here with 7 Tachyon, I'm crying. And don't tell me some bullshit like, oh, I can search Lancia. Are you searching Lancia for XYZs against Ryzeal? You're going for, you cannot, are you resolving 7 Tachyon going second? Are you really gonna, bro, stop. Stop the copium, okay? You're going first. At that point, why don't you just play Artifact Sanctum, huh? Why don't you play Trap Trick? I don't want to hear it. It's a neg 1 against everything else. There's some value that you can search Lancia, obviously, but I'm not going to hear it as a go for a specific option against that deck when you can just do all sorts of other things. I'm going to go behind my Shark here, now search Toad. I'm going to go Ice Ryzeal, Special Sword. Sword at Ice Ryzeal. I'm going to go into Dual Drive, use Effect. He's going to go Ash Blossom. I would love my Cross, so I'm going to go Negate with Toad. He's going to go Chain Nib. I'm like, oh, that sucks. I don't really care. At this point, Ash Nib is auto GG against this deck because you Ash the Dual Drive, you Nib on the Detonator, and they're going to pass, and you obliterate them. Toad, add big draws. Now we're going to start the loop. I'm not going to summon Ice just yet. Now we're going to start the loop. You're going to Nib me? I don't give a shit. X, send Toad. X send Twins. Trigger Twins. Attach Toad. Twins says 4. Rank 4 or lower. So you're able to target the Dual Drive, which is properly summoned, and a Toad. Then that means the next time Toad goes to the graveyard, we're going to add another big draws, and Detonator can attach Twins. So basically you're resolving Toad and Twin Grave Effects each turn. Your turn and your opponent's turn. And then it's going to continue a never-ending loop with X Ryzeal. That right there is a way to play this deck. We're going to go Detonator, attach the Twins, And now we have the duo, we have the detonator. Keep in mind, by the way, you cannot summon the Toad with twins because Bahamut, it's not properly summoned. So now we have detonator, duo, and Ash. Go ahead, pal. Metatronus. No thank you, I'm gonna Ash Blossom, and then you're gonna summon summon that, I'm gonna SP. So I do a little mistake here, as does he. So he's gonna go SP target detonator. I should be just popping like detonator, target detonator to pop itself. And then if he goes SP chain, I go detonator, pop the SP, and then it would resolve popping myself and popping the SP. And then, but he just opts to chain it to pop, get rid of my token, to which I pop his own detonator. But my detonator was summoning back regardless of what he did. Goes underground, I pop that. G to the fucking G, buddy. All of that, why? Was we only won that because of the Shark Ryzeal, the Sharks in Tachyon. Now we go first here. He actually makes us go first, which was very ballsy considering we played 7th Tachyon. But I guess he sided extremely heavily, so he's like, bring it on, pal. All right, we did not open the Sharks here, but it doesn't matter. And obviously we're gonna win with our hand here. But this is just a perfect example of the last game of how absolutely broken it. I literally do Gar's shit to try to get Sharks. I have Tachyon. I could Shark if I like, but I'm like, oh, I'm gonna save the Tachyon in case I want it for X Ryzeal. He can easily break the board here. Goes terraforming for underground. He's gonna go Metatronus. That's a mistake on his end. What he should have done here is he should have gone underground. If he activates underground, I could chain detonator. I would chain detonator. He loses anyways, to be honest. I'm gonna Lancia. He has to find a way to like get rid of the Lancia and get rid of the potential Lancia, but he doesn't know I have it. And the detonator, and then chain the Tronus, because now I could chain Lancia to Tronus. It's still negate. Like my detonator won't be banished or whatever. But I have 2 4s in grave, you know, so I don't care. If it's on the field, he can get it back knowing he can't do anything. However, he does just go for a detonator line, which is fine with me. I don't have Tachyon. And yeah, we're going to win the game here anyways. They both die, and then I'm just going to Tachyon. And that's GG. But look at this neg 1. If he had 1 hand trap here, I'd probably lose. So do you see how, like, even in the kickback, like, it's good that you can search X, but that also could have just been an X. If there's 1 hand trap, we probably lose. So there's good sides and downsides of the card, but the only value I see of playing Tachyon, like, is to play the Sharks, because in game 1 with the Sharks, we would have lost. So it's simple. If you're going to play Tachyon, you just must play the Sharks. If you're not gonna play the Sharks, please, you have no fucking business playing Tachyon. Please, don't do it. Going back to the deck list, this is the deck list with the Sharks. You do need to play 7th Ascension if you're gonna play the Sharks. Like, you're either gonna max out on big draws, or you're just not gonna play it. Don't even play just 3 Tachyon, 1 big draws. You either believe Tachyon's a broken card, or you believe it sucks. There's no in between. So you're either gonna max out the ways to big draws, or you're not gonna play it. 46 or 40, 60, it's all a myth. If you're gonna increase your engine in this deck, your starters, you're gonna need to increase the non-engine as well to match up. 18 hand traps in a pure Ryzeal deck with only rank like XYZ plays is not enough. I want more non-engine. So I put these in. Still able to play a crazy amount of hand traps going second. And for the actual best Ryzeal list, it's this. I'm gonna show pure Ryzeal duels in the future. You could also, if you are not a fan of these 10 call by cards, they're even really good going second. Keep in mind, they're not just go first cards, book and moon and cross out, because you're going to stop your opponent. Like, it's still 26 non-engine, but alternatively, you're able to, when you go second, all your Exciton resolves, your dual resolves, going second into a board when your opponent is going to be stopped anyways due to the hand traps or book. That's a video. I hope you guys enjoy it. If you play 7 Tachyon in Ryzeal, you suck. Pan best deck. If you guys got this far, smash the subscribe button, smash the like button. If you guys want to learn everything about Ryzeal to a specialist level to win a YCS of your own, check out my Ryzeal masterclass down below and learn everything from it. Thank you for watching the video. See you guys next video. Peace!